And he made a feature there called Big Story in a Small City, which screened both in Armenia and Los Angeles. He received rave reviews, 6 International Film Festival awards, including Best Foreign Film in the Beverly Hills Film Festival. That was last year, I believe, right? And a few other festivals as well. Sitting next to him is Carla Garavigian, whom you all probably know from her film Screamers. She is a critically acclaimed, award-winning documentary maker. Screamers was on commercial release in the United States last year. It features the band System of a Down and their campaign to recognize the Armenian genocide. Carla was based in Britain, where she received her doctorate in international relations from the School of Economics. She is the only American to anchor the news for BBC World News. She's made award-winning documentaries, some of which have been seen here in the U.S., including the acclaimed Lifting the Veil. The Los Angeles Times has probably best described her work as documenting truth in dangerous places. Carla Garavigian. And next to her we have actor, director, producer Michael Burgeon, whose film, the short film, The War Prayer, we are showing tomorrow night. Michael is probably best known for his role as Justin, Nate Campbell's boyfriend on the hit series Party of Five. He won an Emmy playing a young autistic boy in the television movie David's Mother, starring Kirstie Alley. Michael started dipping into directing in his mid-20s and devoted 4 years to making his first major independent film, Illusion, which stars Kirk Douglas. We screened that film here in Boston. Some of you may have seen that last year. Illusion won a lot of, I think it won some awards, which I don't have written over here, so I'm just going to go with that. His other recent directing work include a short film called The Players Club, which swept the 2006 Elevate Film Festival in Los Angeles, including Best Director, and recently the documentary You Can Heal Your Life, starring metaphysical lecturer and teacher Louise Hay. Michael Burgeon. We have Parag Yadayan, whose film The People's Advocate, The Life and Times of Charles Geary, we're showing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, following Michael's film. Parag ventured into the world of documentary filmmaking during his last semester at UC Berkeley, where he studied history. He left UCLA Law School to pursue filmmaking. His first documentary, the one you're about to see, chronicles the career of one of the 20th century's most acclaimed civil rights attorneys, Parag Yadayan. I'm going to start with Parag, and I just want to give each one a few minutes to just talk about their latest projects and what they're working on, and then we'll move on to some questions. So Parag, if you want to begin.
Well, do you want me to talk about the Gary documentary?
I just wanted to sort of talk about the more recent things, but yeah, you can talk about
Well, basically, I got into filmmaking sort of as an accident. As Bianca said, I dropped out of law school to pursue filmmaking. And the reason why I wanted to do that is to basically interact with audiences. I basically wanted to deal with a bunch of human rights and civil rights issues, sort of, I mean, not sort of exactly as what Carla's doing with her work. So if you do create films that basically inspire, motivate people to do some good, I'm all for it, basically, and I'm trying to mold a career that follows that path. My second film, which hopefully you'll hear about at the end of next year, it's called Allah in America. It's a film that chronicles America's relationship with Islam. And it's a scary film. It's going to be a controversial film, but I'm really excited about it. And what it is I'm basically interested in putting together a group of American faces, everyone from the left to the right. And although that may sound simplistic, it's to listen to what they have to say. You know, when I say people on the left, I'm talking about, you know, faces that represent progressive politics, individuals like Noam Chomsky. So he's going to be one of the interviewees of the film. When I say to the right, I'm just talking about politically right. And so you're going to have conservative government officials, etc. And really the idea of the film, like I said, is to bring all these people together and talk about something that not only impacts, you know, our lives in our country, but impacts the entire world, essentially. And so, I mean, you guys could ask me questions about it later, but that's pretty much what I'm working on. So, I probably would make a lot more money if I were in law school or if I graduated right now, but it's something that I've decided to do.
Thanks for, Michael, do you want to talk about your latest project?
Sure. I'm working on 2 films that I'm going to do this year. One in August with a guy named Wayne Dyer, who's similar to Louise Hay. He's a speaker. Yeah. And then in the fall, I'm directing a film called Time in the Soul, which is based on a book by a philosopher named Jacob Needleman, who's a friend of mine from the Bay Area. And both of them are actually narrative films, although they're dealing with philosophical issues. So that's what I'm working on.
That's great. Carla?
Well, I'm actually still on the road with Screamers, because our DVD has just been released, and it's about to be released. It's just been released here in the United States, but it's also about to be released in Europe. So, so we're still doing, talking about the film and showing it. I just came from Berlin and Amsterdam, where we had some special screenings. And also, we're getting the DVD into the school system here in America. Each DVD has a special soundtrack on it, which beats out the swear words. So that teachers can use it in their history classes, in the middle school and high school. And so that's really an important part of what I'm doing now. And then I'm working on a narrative feature, and I'm writing a screenplay and juggling a few other possible projects. So it's about continuing the outreach for Screamers and then finding the creative space to work on the next film and raise money for the next film.
Excellent. Sure.